Irvine Show.
I had her at 15. I'm not going to say that I was perfect.
The grandparents of Mercedes wanted to take her away, is that correct?
She was doing heroin, crystal meth.
That's a damn lie.
So you didn't notice the weight that she lost.
That's when she was 19 years old, Amber.
Right, that's what 4 years of doing heroin does to you.
You ought to know, shouldn't you, bitch?
Also, he calls his mom all the time.
10, 15 times a day. You gotta choose me or your mom.
You say that you're the only one, right? Left?
Because my two older brothers, they deceased. And a couple years ago, I lost my daughter. She don't have anybody closer to our family.
And then
Island.
Right. Thank you.
Plus,
she has fake accounts, so she can like her own things. She does that. She'll take someone else's phone and she'll like her own stuff on their account.
are you kidding me? You brought me on TV to tell me that I'm obsessed? Really?
How many hours a day do you spend on it?
18 hours, 20 hours.
That's right now. Welcome. Being a teen mum isn't as glamorous as they make it out on television. It's tough to parent a child when you're still a child yourself. My next guest, Amber, says that she's desperate to repair the relationship with the daughter that she had when she was just 15 years old. So how was that, giving birth to a child at 15 years old?
Terrifying. I had a lot of family against me.
But you chose to have the child?
I did. I chose to have Sadie regardless of what everybody thought, because adoption is not my thing.
They thought it would ruin your life?
They did. I was a straight-A student, had a great future ahead of me, and a child, in their opinion, would only ruin that. Mercedes was nothing but a motivation for me. I may have had her young. I had her at 15. I quit school by the time I was 16. By the time I was 17, I had gotten my GED. I was working. I was taking care of Mercedes and trying to be what I thought was a good parent.
At 17, you've done all that. That's crazy. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. As a, I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I can't imagine her being adult enough, A, to make that decision, basically to have the child, but more to grow up and learn and have another human being that she's in charge of.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that I was perfect, because I was by far perfect. I wanted to go out. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be a kid myself, but it didn't work out that way.
The grandparents of Mercedes, when she was 6 months old, wanted to take her away. Is that correct?
It started at birth.
Okay.
I wasn't old enough or responsible enough to take care of a child. I wasn't good enough, in their opinion.
So they thought you were an unfit mother.
Right.
They wanted to give you visitation rights, but they wanted full custody.
They wanted my child, period, in my opinion.
So what did they accuse you of?
They've accused me of being a bad mother, being abusive. They made accusations to Children's Services. So they went above and beyond to try and take my daughter from me.
Okay.
And come the end of it, they used money. They used, how do you say it? Coercion.
You feel that they put her against you?
Yes.
Joining us from Ohio via Skype is Mercedes' grandmother, Linda. Linda, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
So tell me, you've heard what's going on here. Is it true that you tried to take the child away?
Yes. By her choice.
What things were going on?
It was always hard for her to get formula, diapers, whatever for Sadie.
No, it wasn't, because I had all the help I needed from my mother.
Do you feel, Linda, that she's a bad mom?
Amber could be a very good mom, but it's the people she's around.
Do you feel that Linda is controlling?
I do.
Mercedes?
I do.
And her behavior?
I do.
So what do you say to that, Linda?
Mercedes is my life. I have taken care of
Right.
The day was and said I can get away with a check. No, that's not.
No, it is. So why is it that your son isn't here today to confront me?
There's nothing wrong with my son. Everything He paid support every month for that baby. Every time he tried to see his daughter, your family stopped it.
Nobody ever in my family stopped you from seeing my daughter. Ever.
Really? Is that how come we had to have a sheriff escort every time we go pick her up?
No, that was the other way around when you took her from me.
Do you feel that Amber has changed any since this time?
No, because she was living in a motel till yesterday.
She's full of too.
Really?
Don't talk about things you don't know nothing about, young lady, because let me tell you something. I have bent over backwards to take care of my family.
Let me ask you this question, Linda. Do you really want Amber and Mercedes to be close, or you want them completely away from each other?
No, Mercedes is 19 years old. She can make her own decision. I love her no matter what.
Okay, but does she live with you? Does she live with you now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you have some influence.
No. No, because if you tell Sadie something, she says, I am 19. I run my own life.
What is your relationship with Mercedes now?
It's okay as long as we don't talk about situations that involve her grandmother.
Well, why? Why is that?
Because the truth comes out.
What truth comes out?
The truth about how things really have been since Sadie was
Well, tell me
born.
what those truths are, because I don't know, and my audience doesn't.
That I'm not a bad mother, that I did want to be in Sadie's life, that I did want to be there for her. That's why at 16 years old, when she got her license, she was sneaking around calling me. She was sneaking around coming to visit me. She was sneaking around to see my family.
So, Linda, you said that you...
No, that's not true.
Okay, but you said you don't have any influence. She's 19 years old.
Yes.
Where else does she go if she doesn't live with you, is my question.
Let me tell you, she was living with her mother who threw her out on the street.
Mercedes chose to leave.
When was this?
No.
Yes.
When was this?
This was
Probably
just here recently, within the last the last year.
A couple months ago.
They wanted to force her into an inpatient drug program, and I chose to tell Sadie, I have a place that you can go. I've had my addictions. I'm in a rehab. I'll take you to where I'm going, and you can get help.
Yeah.
She got clean, and she stayed clean.
Well, that's good. So what kind of drugs was she on?
She was doing heroin, crystal meth.
No, she wasn't. All
Under
she
whose
did
guidance?
was heroin.
Under whose guidance?
That's it.
So she was doing crystal meth and heroin when she was living with you, Linda?
No, she was doing heroin, and we tried to get her help. She was going to therapy.
Where was she living when she was on heroin?
She lived at my house, and she was going to counseling.
Okay, so when did she start using heroin?
When she was 18.
Okay, so...
According to Sadie, she did heroin for 4 years.
When she was 14 years old?
No, that's a lie.
This come directly from Mercedes. Mercedes was on hard drugs for 4 straight years.
So you didn't
because she
Linda,
couldn't deal with the
You're a
lifestyle.
liar, Amber. That's a damn lie.
Ask your
Linda.
granddaughter about it.
Linda, can you listen to me for a second? So when she was living with you, and I'm not passing blame or judgment, what I'm asking is, did you notice a difference from 14 to 18 while she was doing drugs based on what she's told her mother?
No.
So she was completely normal?
Yes.
So you didn't notice the weight that she lost and the fact that she looked like a skeleton when I brought her to my house.
Here's what I think.
That's when
We're
she
talking
was
about
19 years old, Amber.
Right, that's what 4 years of doing heroin does
So I want to hear...
You want to know, shouldn't you, bitch?
Wow. All right, I want to hear from Mercedes herself, so I want to bring Mercedes out. Mercedes, come on out. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, first of all, are you still doing drugs?
No, I'm clean. I'm 6.5 months clean.
6.5 months. That's awesome. So, can you clear something up for me? Was your mother, Amber, a good mom?
She had her problems.
Okay.
I don't think she was a bad mom, but she could have done better, you know?
So you've listened to your grandmother, you've listened to your mom. Do you feel like you kind of don't know which way to go?
I'm in the middle, yeah. I love them both. You know, I've taken care of my grandma for the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
She's had a rough time going recently, and I've just, you know, been there to take care of her.
I love you, Sadie.
I love you too. They both like to badmouth each other, you know, and that's the whole situation. I just want them to be able to get along enough so that I can have a relationship with both of them.
Your mum feels that your grandma's to blame for a lot of things, right?
I do.
Okay. What do you feel?
I don't think anybody really influenced me on anything. I've always had my own opinion. There were times that, you know, I didn't want to see my mom because there was times where she would come in and we would talk for a couple months and then she'd disappear off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was because your grandmother kept me away from you.
Well, even
Even
when I was older, you know, she just would just disappear. And it irritated me because, you know, I want to be able to know what's going on in her life and make sure she's doing okay, just like she would me.
I want to try something. Can I have them pictures? Who's got them pictures? Thank you. Thank you very much. When you both stand up for a second, and I want to kind of just face each other. Come over there so I can come in between you guys. There you go. All right. I'm going to give you this one, and I'm going to give you this one. Okay, these are pictures of when Mercedes was a young lady and when you were like a little tiny little thing, right?
Yep, sure is.
I want you to tell me, looking at that picture, what you feel.
I see the picture and, I mean, it makes me wish that that could have lasted a little bit longer between us. She looks terrified, but she looks happy at the same time. I mean, I love my mom, you know. It kills me not to have a full-on relationship with my mom when I'm 19. I see all these kids out here that their mom's not around, their dad's not around, and it's like, that's all I want, you know? When I have kids, I want my kids to have mom and dad there no matter what.
Why are you crying?
Because as far as
Hang on 1 second.
I'm concerned, Sadie, you've always been welcome. You've always been wanted, and you've always had a spot in my heart. I've never not wanted you around. I never not wanted you in my life, and that is what you need to know.
So when you see that picture of Mercedes, and I'm not sure how old she is there.
She looks like she's about 6.
Very cute picture, by the way. So when you see that and you see her now, what do you think when you see that picture?
I think that my daughter's grown into a beautiful young lady and that she can accomplish whatever she wants to if she puts her mind to it. And I'm always going to be there to back you 100%, regardless of what anybody tells you or what anybody says. I've always been there, always have been, and always will be.
Oh, really?
Here's what I think. Let me take them back up here again. For all the pain that you've both been through, a lot of pain in all, okay? How's your relationship with your grandma?
We have our times also. My grandma has raised me to not take anything from anybody. If I have a problem, I deal with it.
That's right.
But also at the same time,
That's right.
I also took advantage of it and started using drugs, and it made me feel like I could just numb all the problems I had. And it lasted for a long time. It felt like forever.
So the drugs were for you to hide, to run away from everyone. Here's the thing. You have a choice. You're beautiful, you're 19 years old, you're 6.5 months clean. Don't change that. If you want a relationship, that's the decision you're making as an adult. You're in charge of your life. You've righted your life from where it was, which is amazing, okay? It really is. You can go anywhere. If you can foster a relationship and make it stronger, and all three of you somehow get on. And it's not fair, Linda, it's not fair, Amber, to put Mercedes in the middle when you're talking about her, you're talking about her, and she has to figure out which way she has to go.
I don't have to talk about her mother.
That is not fair.
Nothing to talk about.
I don't have anything to say about
So I suggest this. If you have nothing nice to say about each other, keep your mouth shut.
Shut up, Amber.
I really wish you the best. I really do, okay? I appreciate you coming. We'll be right back. Thank you, Linda.
I'm hoping that my grandma and my mother could have a relationship, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Either way, I love them both equally. Her as my mother and her as my grandmother. I just want them to not fight as much as they did and still kind of do.
I don't foresee a relationship with myself or her grandmother, but what I do see is the willingness and the readiness for myself and my daughter to have a relationship. Our relationship isn't based on what her grandma wants, it's based on what we want, and that's bottom line.
Welcome. Who here in the audience gets into arguments with their significant others? Stand up. What is your name?
My name's Jasmine.
All right, Jasmine, tell me about the arguments you have and what happens after that.
Okay, so we've been dating for a couple of years, and he calls his mom for everything and anything, anytime during the day, any problem he has. And if I'm standing right there, he just pulls out his phone and calls his mom instead of talking to me.
How does that make you feel?
It frustrates me because it's like, why do you need a girlfriend if you have your mom? Like, why?
Thank you. That's exactly what my next guest, Annette, is dealing with. She says she's sick of her 60-year-old boyfriend running to his mummy every time they get into an argument. She says it's time for him to grow up and act like a 6-year-old man instead of a 6-year-old boy. Please welcome Annette. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So, how much time does Lamar spend with his mother?
Oh, he spends a lot of time with his mother, like every day, all day.
How old is Lamar's mother?
Lamar's mother is very old. She's 80 years old, 81, 82, 83. I don't know. I don't care.
So do you think Lamar loves his mom more than he loves you?
Yes, I do. Well,
But-
you know, that's his mother, so I expect, you know, a man to love his mother, but I think he is just too much.
The little mama's boy.
Very, very much so a mother's boy, for real.
He calls his mom all the time?
Yes, he does.
Talks about all your arguments?
10, 15 times a day.
15 times a day?
Yeah. I mean, it's really ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He calls her all the time, calls her every single day, every day,
Do you
all day.
Do you and Lamar live together?
No. He comes over, you know, a lot of the time, but, you know, we'll get into an argument. We don't know how to communicate with each other. You know, he calls me names.
What does he call you?
You know, the B word. He calls me a sissy. He calls me a hoe. He calls me, like, everything. Yeah, and I don't understand why. I'm just so tired of the boo. I'm tired of it.
But have you told him that?
Yes, I have. I'm tired. I told him, you know, you're going to have to really make a decision. You got to cut the umbilical cord. You know, you got to choose me or your mom. I know it's stupid, but, man, you 60 years old. What the hell is going on?
What did he say when you said that?
He was kind of afraid. He was kind of afraid like he's going to lose his mom. You know, you're not going to lose her, but
how long have you
chill out with all that.
How long have you guys been together?
It'll be since 2014, November.
So you've been together a while, right?
Yeah, but I'm not going to waste no more of my life on this. I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it no more. Oh, and then the way he talks to me, I can't take it. I'm better than this, for real. I can't do it. I can't. Oh, Lord.
How often do you fight?
We fight every day, every single day, and he blames it on me. Like I'm the problem. I am not.
I want to meet this 60-year-old mama's boy.
Well, don't have
Mama's boy, come on out here, Lamar.
I can't stand the There your seat.
So, what's going on that you're disrespecting?
She disrespects me. She called me the B word.
It's
and
me.
Esther, no, she called me the B word.
So, are you a mama's boy?
No, I love both of them. I love her and I love my mom.
But you spend most of your time with your mom, right?
No, I spend more time with her. I just check on my mom every day. A couple years ago.
Every day.
I came
Hear
from
that?
work. I came
How
from
many
work.
times a day?
My mom, she fell down the basement steps. She's bleeding from the head. I thought she was dead.
So you check in with her?
Right. I check on her because she ain't got nobody else. She lost my other two brothers.
So how often do you check in with her?
I check on her every day.
Like how many times every day?
I don't know. I don't keep track of the time.
But she's saying 15, 20 times?
No, I don't call no 15, 20.
Do you do the housework? You keep a room there?
I do her housework. I wash the dish and clean the house up. Clean up.
I don't eat nothing, no. So tell
You
that
eat
lie.
every day.
No,
Yes, you do.
Do you ever argue with his mum?
I have.
What
That's why
happened?
she
What
wants
happened
that.
with some money that went missing when you stayed?
Oh, yeah, I had $1,000 in crispy $100 bills, and I folded up real and tight, so it was like paper thin. And I took the money and I threw it behind the headboard, so it was in his bedroom, so I knew it was in there, so I ain't really care.
That's what you said. I was watching the basketball game. I was putting Christmas lights on.
Anyway, I threw it over the headboard. I knew it was in there. I knew it was in there.
But he just said.
I'm not listening to him. It was my money, and I know what happened. So anyway,
if you know what happened, you would have $1,000.
So anyway, when she was out the room, I pulled the bed away from the dresser, and I looked down, and I saw a $100 bill. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So when I picked it up and unfolded it, I started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it was a $50 bill after that. I'm like, damn.
Why you didn't keep the money in your pocket?
How I get $450 out of 1,000?
You couldn't have put it anywhere you couldn't have spent it?
No.
Why would you do that?
I'm just asking. Are you guys been together for 2 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why are you still together?
Because I love her, though.
No, that ain't love.
When we return,
She said, where's the... She said, oh,
sit here.
I don't want to. I don't want to be next to
Sit
her.
here. Sit down. Okay. I want you to look at. I want you to turn.
Oh, God, I don't.
Stay tuned. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to be part of my studio audience, go to the RobertIrvineShow.com now. Come and join the party. So what do the arguments normally start with?
About my mother.
Okay,
Or
so
about what I'm doing.
Annette will say,
I could be on the phone talking to my mother. She's like, you talking about me? I said, we ain't talking about you. My mother asked where you at. I tell you, in the bathroom. You in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom.
Your mama.
I said,
You
she
call
here,
her
but she's
more
using
than
the
you
bathroom
call
right
me,
now.
like that's your woman or something.
It's not my woman. It's my mother.
Bye.
It's my mother.
Bye. That's why when we leave here today, you're going to go back to and stay.
No problem.
so where do you live most of the time?
With her.
No, he don't.
Yes, I do.
You sleep together, you live together, you eat together?
Yes.
No, we don't
Yes, we
sleep
do.
together.
Yes,
He
we
sleep
do.
on the couch.
Your mum's 80 years old, right? 80.
Right.
She needs some attention.
Right.
So why does she
And
feel
I
that you
my
love
mom.
your mum more than you love her?
No, you got to ask her.
I
My
already answered
mom,
that
not,
question.
she's not going to shovel snow. She's not going to cut grass.
You say that you're the only one, right? Left?
Because my two older brothers, they deceased. And a couple years ago, I lost my daughter. She don't have anybody closer to our family. I'm the only one she got.
And then,
Eileen.
why are you so cool?
Right. Thank you. That's what I want to know.
At me?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Oh, my. Oh,
She's
Lord.
That's what I wanna
because
know.
you don't need to be that cold.
I'm just saying, she ain't as old and rickety what y'all think. This woman goes out, she clubs, she dances with her friends, all that. She's making him think that I need you, Sonny. No, it ain't like that, you guys.
like
That's
that.
why.
Mom, true enough,
She
Mom-
should have came on the
Did
show.
Annette, has Annette ever cheated on you?
Yes, with her ex-boyfriend, yeah. I never cheated on her, though. Never.
Why
Since
did
we've
you
been
cheat on
together.
him?
Because he pushes me to the point that I can't be with him at
In what
all.
way?
Because he makes me feel bad. There's no communication, and my...
So there's no.
now it's your turn, huh?
So there's no communication. There's no
none.
communication. So that gives you the right to cheat on him.
It makes me feel a lot better too.
So obviously he's not giving you what you need in a relationship.
Right. Exactly.
She just want to talk
Exactly.
all the time. I get tired of talking.
Well, then we don't need to be together.
So
He
why are
calls
we
me out
here?
my name and
Right.
everything.
You called me out my
Because he said
name.
he wants to change, but you should have saw us at the airport. He was calling me out my name and everything in front of people, even on an airplane. He was doing that.
What was he saying?
He was just calling me sissy, you dummy, you know what I mean? Just really, really embarrassing me, you know, and I just cannot take it no more.
I was telling her to
sick of
hurry up.
being called out my name in front of people. Forget him.
She went around the airport.
See how this is how it is when we communicate.
She lost me twice.
He won't let, he won't one person won't talk,
on the plane.
you know, and listen, so I'm done.
I understand why she upset, because I love my mother. I love her too. I do stuff for her too.
She's upset, Lamar, in my take, which I give you 30 seconds of my take. She's upset because she feels that you spend too much time with your mother and not enough time with her, and showing her that you love her and not spending her time saying she's in the bathroom. That's what she's saying.
No, my mom, I call my mom every morning. She tells both of us good morning. She said, where's the... She said,
sit here. As you told me. I don't care whether you want to. Right over there. Says that. See what it says up there? See what it says up there? Robert Irvine. All right, let's go. You came here for help, right?
Yeah, you think this is funny. I don't want to be next to you.
Sit here. Sit down. Okay? I want you to look at, I want you to turn.
Oh, God, I don't.
I told her she's drama queen.
So
because you don't deserve me.
But last night, I want you to,
hang on.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't want any negatives for the next couple of minutes. I want you to look at him, and I want you to tell me what you fell in love with or loved about him 2 years ago, whatever it was when you look at him and tell him, no negatives. Just what did you fall in love with 2 years ago?
He was kind. He was nice.
Okay.
We could talk then.
Okay.
We can talk now.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
Don't lie.
She was hungry yesterday.
Stop. I don't want to say.
No, I'm saying
look at her and tell.
About the past all the time.
I don't care about the past.
He does.
I don't care about the past. I want you to look at her and tell me what you fell in love with 2 years ago.
I love her because she's tall, she's pretty, she got a beautiful heart. She's a beautiful person.
Okay. So what can we, I don't care about yesterday, today, whatever. I care about now, this moment. Is there anything that you can say to him that you want? Don't answer. Is there something you want from him to help this relationship survive or not?
I don't want anything. I don't want nothing from you. I want you to have a good life.
I will have a good life.
Good. I don't want nothing.
Is there something that you want to say that can change that mind?
All I can do is tell her I love her, which I do. I do anything for her.
But if you love something, right, you fight for it.
Right.
And you're not fighting, either of you.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah. I'm done.
Well, there's nothing I'm going to say to change that.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I wish you happiness.
Thank you.
You're beautiful, you're smart. I wish you happiness. Sometimes we can't fix everything, but at least you know where you want to go, right? Stay with us, we'll be right back.
I think we can still make the relationship work. I know she still loves me. You just don't turn your love off and on just like that. So I do it.
Welcome. Social media has now become part of our everyday life, and like it or not, it's here to stay. But what happens when this virtual reality ends up ruining a real-life friendship? Meet Jerome. He says his best friend of first grade, Teese, has replaced their real friendship with new friends from social media, and he thinks that she needs a social media intervention. Please welcome Jerome. How are you?
I'm good.
So, Teese is obsessed with social media. Tell me about it.
You know, we've been best friends since we were 6 years old. And so she's let this social media just take over our real friendship. She puts those things first before me and our friendship and us being so close.
So are you jealous of social media?
I mean,
Just a question.
You could say that, but in a way, I've been your best friend like your whole life. So how could you put that before me? So I'm here today because I feel like she needs an intervention. She's always on her phone. We can't even have a full-blown conversation.
So how many different accounts does she have?
I mean, she has fake accounts, so she can like her own things. She does that. She'll take someone else's phone and she'll like her own stuff on their account. You know, it's out of control.
So she has several accounts and she acts like other people.
To like her own.
Not herself.
To boost herself up. It's too much. It's not realistic anymore. You know what I mean? She's going into another world.
So didn't she post something on social media and have the light shut off in her house?
Well, what happened was that she was staying with me, and I told her that she can stay with me on my couch or whatever, and all she had to do was pay the light bill. And so she's occupying, she's all into her own things, but at the same time, she's not taking care of her responsibilities. And I'm not even saying that you have to pay rent. All you have to do is pay a light bill. I mean, come on, like, for God's sake, you don't have to do that. Like, why can't you get to that? But you can get to check your Facebook and your Instagram followers.
So how many followers does she have?
I mean, maybe 8,000 or 800. I mean, like, it's not, like, really big. It's not a big number, you know?
Seems like a lot to me, but then again, I only have 536,000. So I'm not counting. I'm not counting. So I'm kidding with that. So why is this obsession actually hurting your friendship? Obviously, you're jealous of that.
I wouldn't say that. I just feel like, you know, we can't have a human interaction or connection. We don't do things that we used to do. We're not as close as we used to be, like going out together. And she really believes these people know her, and she's connected with them.
She'd rather do social media than actually talk to you personally, one-on-one.
Exactly.
Well, she doesn't work, right?
She doesn't work at all. She left her job.
Did she get fired from that because of social media?
Well, actually, she was working from home, so I don't really know how she got fired. But I would say that had to play a part in it, because at some point, she should be able to hold down a work-from-home job. If you can't hold down a work-from-home job and pay your bills...
How much time, if you were to put it in, quantify the time that T spends on social media in a day, what would that look like? How many hours?
I would say if it's 24 hours in a day, she's at least doing 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's obsessive.
Yeah, it's very obsessive.
Well, hey, I can't wait to meet Teese. Teese, coming out. Hear your side of the story.
Are you kidding me? You brought me on TV to tell me that I'm obsessed? Really?
You are.
You're obsessed with me being obsessed.
That's a double whammy.
Hello, double whammy, Robert.
That doesn't even make sense.
Think about it.
Welcome, Teese, to the show.
Hey, Robert, how's everything?
Nice. Good, thank you. So you're not obsessed with social media, is that correct?
No, I'm not obsessed with social media.
Okay. How many hours a day do you spend on it?
A lot.
How many is a lot?
18 hours, 20 hours.
So that's not obsessive? And not a lot?
It's a lot, but, you know, just a lot of obsession with social media, but I use it as an outlet.
Okay. You do comedy on social media?
Yes, I do comedy on social media.
You voice your opinion on social media?
Yes.
But why do you have to use social media in several different formats? In other words, not yourself. You are somebody else.
Like right now.
No,
you're someone else.
What? Are you kidding me?
I feel like you're being someone else. You just came out here like you turned up.
No, not at all.
I'm just saying.
Because you're lying. You're a liar. You're so jealous. He's jealous. Don't clap for that.
Didn't you used to live together?
Yes.
And do you still live together now?
No.
No.
Why?
You want to tell a story? Well, what happened was I was on the couch, and my responsibility was the light bill. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. I knew the light bill was due. Now, it just happened that morning, around 1 o'clock in the morning, he decides to want to cut on the switch, and the light is off. But mind you, Robert, it is 1 o'clock in the morning, so lights, you know, the lights are not...
But weren't you doing a social media video or post or something when that went off?
No, what happened was I was in the middle of a social media post, and he got a little upset that I'm sitting here and not even realizing that the lights are off.
Do you realize what you're saying, though? You're saying that because it was 1 o'clock, the light switch would be off in the house.
Exactly.
But no, I'm talking about the light bill, boo. You were supposed to pay the bill, boo.
I was going to pay it that morning.
It should turn on, baby.
That morning, I was going to pay it.
I'm just
So
saying.
are you dating? Are you two dating?
No.
Oh. It's just like a married couple, that's
No.
So you use your flashlight?
On my cell phone.
Right.
Yeah. And so I get to see, so I hit the switch and I get my flashlight on my phone and I realize she's on the couch over there posting and I'm over here flicking my switch and she didn't pay the light bill, so they won't turn on. So
but see what happened? No, Jerome.
It's time to go.
Who goes there, friend, now at 1 o'clock in the morning? 1 o'clock in the morning?
So you threw her out?
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
So where did you go?
I had no choice
Where
but to
did
go
you
to
go?
a relative's. You didn't care at 1 o'clock in the morning because you threw me out.
Did you go to your mom's house?
I had no choice. You threw me out at 1 o'clock in the morning. You didn't
So she was
care.
fine.
No, I wasn't fine. He didn't care. He didn't care.
And you threw all the clothes out?
Yes, in the dark with the iPhone flashlight. No.
Stop being fake. Stop trying to pose as this social person. You're being a different personality. And be my best friend as you're supposed to be.
She broke your computer?
I intentionally did not go into his room to use a computer to break it.
Okay.
Okay?
So you broke the computer. Let's keep to the facts.
Okay,
You broke the computer.
Yep, broke. Yep.
Somebody got upset?
Yeah.
Neighbors called the police, a lot of noise?
Yes.
Who was making the noise, you or him?
Well, both of us, more him, though. He was kicking me out again, trying to kick me out again.
So how many times, is this like, how many times have you kicked her out?
Every time that she needed to be kicked out, I was there to lend a foot.
More than a foot. He was there, he went more than a foot.
How many times? Once, twice?
2 times?
That I can remember.
That you could remember?
How many times?
Oh, it's been at least 6, Jerome.
Come on. 6?
Every
That's a lot.
argument.
Come on, 2.
Every argument.
2.
Every
Realistically, real kickouts. Not
What's
like,
real kickouts? Oh, wait.
real kickouts. Let's just leave it at that.
The real kickouts over the police get
is
involved?
No, that was, you said, a neighbor called because it was a loud disturbance, and you were...
And who was being loud?
Well, you know, I was in a
Jerome.
rage because... Go ahead.
Jerome was loud, right?
Yes. Jerome gets very... When he's mad, he will go ahead, and what he doesn't realize is that a friendship, no matter what you do when you're mad, you don't belittle, you don't talk down to a friendship, especially a friendship of this long.
So
first grade...
Let me ask you a question. You're funny, right?
I mean...
You're a comedian?
Not, you know, I just...
Can you imitate him? How he throws you out? He gets angry?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, perfect example, the one where I was on the couch. He goes... Bestiality! Oh, my God.
Really? Really, though?
Yes, that's you all day, every day. Yes, it is. Excuse me for the mic, but that's him.
So are you
Yes.
eccentric?
Yep.
Well, I would just say her impersonation, whatever that was, she's supposed to be a comedian. That wasn't really funny. So what I'm going to say is I think her following probably is not doing as much. So once again, your social media persona that's fake and all the stuff that you're trying to put together, we're supposed to be real friends. So let's just let that go.
But you're not supportive. That's the whole thing.
Here's the thing, guys. Friendship is a lot deeper than social media. And the more you go to social media for feeling good, the more you will lose the reality grip on life. Because that's just what it is. Get off the phones, put the phones down for a couple of hours and have a conversation. Go out to a movie, eat dinner. I don't know what you do. That's the only way you're going to rectify this, right? Yeah. If you can do that, you'll have a nice, harmonious friendship. If you can't, split up. You go back to your mum and take videos, and that's it. We'll be right back.
My true goal is that I just want her to see that, you know, I know who she is really under whatever she's doing on social media, whatever she needs to do in her life, and I will support her. But just with me, be real, 120%.
And I feel that Jerome will go ahead, and my ultimate goal is for him to understand why I use social media as an outlet, and for him to be a little bit more understanding and be more secure to my feelings.
All my guests for being here today and sharing their stories. But before I close the show, there is somebody very special in my life that I want to share with you all sitting at home and my audience here. Come on up here. So this is my mom, Pat, who was born me 51 years ago, put me through school, cleaned my football boots while I was playing with friends. When I joined the military, she made sure I had a hot meal every time I came home and sent me lots of mails. So I gotta tell you, take care of your mum. You only get one. It's pride in what we're doing, how we're living, and what we're creating that drives us to do our best work and live our best lives. I want to hear from you. So go to our website at robertirvineshow.com. or visit us on the Robert Irvine Show's social media pages. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.